problem is, every field in this world has something related to economy must go in process. This process includes an important element that if it doesn't exist, everything is going to crash no matter what. All the businesses, all the industries, the companies, all of them will disappear. So today in this video, we'll talk about the clients, the customers, how to reach them, how to get them, and how to gain them for a long term. Basically, how to be a client magnet. I'll give you all my knowledge about that, from the oldest methods to the newest ones. And those are the best and the most effective ways in my opinion. So the only thing you should do is just listening and applying what I'm going to say. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we have here is cold outreach. So what is a cold outreach? Cold outreach is an old method to contact someone for the purpose of building a business or relationship, generating leads, offering products or services. We call it cold because the person you are reaching out to has no prior relationship or consent to be contacted by you. So it can be done by cold email, cold call, direct mail, social media outreach, and in-person outreach. This method is popular and traditional, but is it good? Well, if you have nothing to do and you don't have much money, you can invest your time looking manually for companies or agencies' emails, numbers, and social media accounts and using it to reach them. But put that in your mind. You must be fluent at English and have no problem at communication and have a good skill at convincing people, or you're gonna struggle. Knowing that with 100 cold outreach per day, you will get 1 to 6 client responses, but you're only going to close 0 to 2 clients from them. Maybe less, maybe more. It all depends on your efforts, skills, and luck. And if you have a little money to invest, you can buy a list, include contact and information about a bunch of companies that you can use at this process. For me, it didn't work. I spent a whole month doing this, but all what I got is just, we're not interested. How much you're pricing again? Nah, you're not a good fit for this role. Whenever you've heard cold outreach, you probably think about warm outreach too. But let me explain. You're still going to look for the contact information of the clients you want to reach out. But warm outreach is a little bit different. Instead of sending 100 to 500 emails that's nobody gonna read and risking yourself to look like a spammer, you will offer free services for that client on condition of hiring you or collaborate with you if he like your works. For some cases you don't need to do that. Like video editing, you just need to create a reference that shows your capabilities, and it must be better than what the client has. And this is what I'm doing currently. For me, warm outreach is so better than cold outreach. It saves a lot of your efforts and time, and it's so effective more than cold outreach. As a bonus, you will get more projects to put in your portfolio, especially if you're a freelancer. Personal branding, which is the thing that I'm deadly trying to build right now. You all heard about that in most of the short videos you watched this year. Especially if you are on the business niche. A personal brand is the unique combination of skills, experience, and values that define an individual and how they are perceived by others. It's essentially the external representation of your personality, often communicated through online platform and social media. Personal branding involves consciously presenting the best version of yourself, which includes your actions, appearance, and your interaction with the others. And now, you're asking yourself, how can I build one? Well, answering that question needs a whole video, but we're going to explain it fast. For personal branding, creating content is the key. It should be related to your product or services, recording your journey at that field, like the way you deal with stress, with client, sharing stories about losses and wins, about your client relationship and deals that you closed and deals that you're not. All of that should be organized and not random, until you build a reputation and trust with an audience that interested in your products or services. The audience here are the customers. You will wake up every day on a bunch of messages, emails asking you for your products or services. Personal branding is the best way to get a great spot inside the market. In time, the biggest companies control the whole industry. And leave that in your mind. People always feel closer to the person than the company. And that's why you will find Elon Musk has more followers than Tesla and SpaceX. And Bill Gates has more followers than Microsoft. For me, it's the best method and the most effective one at 2025. Most of you people gonna question about the advertising and how those giant companies are investing 12% on average from their revenue on it every single year. Basically, they are not you. and you are not competing with them. They already managed to control the markets. You see, most of people right now are subconsciously consuming their products. Me and you and everyone. We're all fans of the biggest brands' products. So each time an ad shows up in our phone from a random small brand, we scroll it immediately without giving it a single chance. Except two conditions. When you are in an urgent need of a particular product or service at the exact moment, and the ad includes everything you need. For the second condition, it's when we see our favorite influencers' ads or their sponsors' videos. You see, that's why it's so important to have a personal brand. So let's make it as a rule. Ads are more effective when you already have a personal brand. Anyway, I wanted to share my personal opinion on each case individually and help you out to see which is the best method to your own conditions. If you found the video useful and you would like to support the channel financially, the PayPal and Patreon links are below in the description. And don't forget to share the video with your friends who may have the same type of problems. I hope you liked the video. So, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. The URASAN boy was with you and see you in the next video. Peace out.